What's going on, everybody? Back here at the drive-in for a second. I'm going to show off my new settler, who came basically as soon as I put up my beacon. I did finally get a beacon up here, so I can start attracting some folks. Have a little bit of food for them. We'll need to plant a few more crops here. I'm actually considering putting as much work into this place as I do in the Sanctuary. Sanctuary more as a home settlement, and this more of a market. Like I said, I want to build them all here. Literally build them all. Don't know how I'm going to stack up the materials to do so. I used up everything I had just to put up the few walls I have, and I'm not really even halfway done with that. I have a lot more defenses to set up and stuff. But anyway, let's get back to Lexington. Do a little more exploring. I'm definitely going to check out the Super Duper Mart because that just brings back memories from Fallout 3. It really does. Super Duper Mart is probably the first really cool memory I have of exploring in Fallout 3. Is wandering into Megaton, completely lost, not knowing what's going on. Totally new to the wasteland, and then Moira Brown sending us off to our death over and over, right? But she sends us off to the Super Duper Mart to go scavenge for food and stuff, and that just... why that brought the whole game home, I don't know. Whatever, but anyway, it's one of those memories. Among others, stepping out of the vault for the first time was a major experience in Fallout 3. One of those wow moments. And I think that really struck me because it reminded me of stepping out of the sewers for the first time in Oblivion. Had the same type of effect. Anyway. Alright, Mr. Handy Fuel. I forget what does that give us? It gives us oil? Is that it? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's scrap. It's salvage. It's a resource. I'll take it. Hey, there's something I want to talk to you guys about. And this comes from just yesterday watching an Angry Joe review of this game. And he brought up a point which, when I thought about it, and I know he tries to give fair reviews, right? And yeah, I'm a fanboy of this game, so it's really hard to be non-biased. I mean, I'm a big Fallout fan. So I do see a little bit through rose-colored glasses, and I don't think that's a bad thing as far as that goes. If you really love a game, you should enjoy every installment of that franchise until it just burns out. You know, like, well, Call of Duty, for example, you know, finally burning itself out. I think they've kicked that dead horse, but what else are they supposed to do? Shooters is what they do. I don't know. I have no answer for that. But with Fallout, I don't think there's any lack of life in this game. I'm looking at all the things that they gave us and tried to give us in this game, and it's wow to me, okay? To me. And I don't think I'm alone in that. I really don't. Each to their own. You know, certain people are going to like certain aspects of games, and if a game has everything but that, then that's going to be a bad note for that person, you know, unless they can somehow look past it. What's this, oil on the floor? Well, I got a feeling I'm about to get ambushed, so that actually can probably be used to my benefit. What do we got down here? Okay, dog meat. Would you left just to go run down there and attract attention? Is that what you did? Anyway, he brought up a good point. He said the overriding thing in the game is that you're supposed to go. You like that? What? 2 for 2. Make it 3. I think I'm gonna go ahead. Ouch! I think I'm gonna go ahead and set myself on fire like a dumbass. Is what I think I'm gonna do. Anyway, he said the main thing in the game is supposed to be that you go to look for your child, right? And that you know, your child's really important until you figure out that you need to go plant some corn, until you figure out that you need to go do things, and then all of a sudden it kind of takes a back seat, right? Well, we already know that in Bethesda game you go do what you want, when you want, where you want, right? And they completely leave that slate open, but there needs to be a story to drive the game on the same token. So you got to have like a purpose for doing what we do, and this guy is kicking my ass. And he hit hard. I don't know if they necessarily take a whole lot more damage than lower difficulties. Haven't played on it yet, so I don't have anything to compare it to. Just die, would you? Seriously, die again or whatever, zombie. I know it's a ghoul, but zombie to me. got to still be a... yeah, I was about to say there's still a ghoul down here, or else my dog would be getting back up. But, anyway, gotta have something to drive the story, but in the same token, gotta leave you complete liberty to do what you want when you want. And I was thinking, if we're gonna go ahead and talk about realistic, certainly you step out of a vault 200 years later, right? And just put this in perspective. Let's put myself in my character's shoes for a second. I step out of the vault 200 years later, and I'm like, you know, the last memory I have, true enough, is of my son getting kidnapped by I don't know who, I don't know where, I don't know what, and I don't even know when, right? First of all, okay? So I'm stepping out like a babe in the woods, you know, eyes all big and wondering what the hell's going on type of thing, meeting these people who have been scavenging the wasteland for a while, so everyone already has kind of their leather skin on them already. They're already kind of toughened by the wasteland, and I'm stepping out, I'm still pre-war, okay? In my character's case specifically, but it doesn't matter whether you play man or woman, whatever. But in my character's case, you know, young to middle-aged housewife, I think the biggest fight that my character's ever faced is in a courtroom. Apparently my character is an ex-lawyer, right? There's a mention of that in the holotape if you listen to the holotape that is left for you from your spouse. Anyway, so this is all going to be completely new. Getting out into the wasteland, not having any friends, not having any allies, trying to find somebody that could be anywhere and needing people's help to do so and having no help. All right, one must obtain help. In other words, one must establish communities. One must establish relationships. One must find a safe harbor in a wasteland because you can't walk 5 feet without a bloatfly trying to kill you. So this is all new. All right, it used to be you could walk down to the store with your little baby carriage and all that pre-war. You step out, post-war, you don't have all that. So there is some groundwork that needs to be laid before you can walk down that road to go find your kid. All right? And I don't know how the story takes place, and I don't want to know until I get there, all right? But I have a feeling that it's going to involve all the major factions in the game and stuff. You're not just going to walk up to whatever factions are around. This Institute has already been mentioned, you know. You have the Brotherhood of Steel, I believe. Who knows, maybe Enclave presence or something like that, because Enclave is doing their thing in DC right around this same time. Or else they just got done doing their thing in DC, right? In Fallout 3, right? This takes place just a few years after, right? And depending on how long your playthrough is in Fallout 3, perhaps taking place at the same time. I don't know. But anyway, so not knowing who I'm going to run into, you don't just walk up on their doorstep and just show up and just start demanding things and all that. It requires working your way up there. Okay, and so, honestly, that doesn't take away from the realism of the game. Yeah, I gotta go find some corn and plant it. Yeah, I've gotta keep my settlers happy. Yeah, there's a community here. Yeah, if I do find my son, what do I bring my son back to? I have established nothing in the game world. Nothing whatsoever, unless I establish something. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? And so I'm thinking, you know, that actually doesn't play. And I mean, I'm not knocking Angry Joe's review. I'm not knocking it at all, because it was a fair point. But then upon further thinking about it, my first course of thought was to, being a Fallout fan, justifying Fallout's stance on all this. I'm sure they thought about these things. They had a couple extra years to think about this stuff. While they put in all this really cool stuff, while they threw loot everywhere in the environment, while they made decisions, should we respawn this or not? Should we do this or should we do that? How do we give XP? How do we do it? I mean, all the things that they mulled over and tried to balance out in the game, and you know, I would imagine that they thought of all this kind of stuff. So, to me, from that viewpoint, it's very realistic, right? And so I don't mind taking a little extra time going to try to find my son. And to be just brutally honest, if he's dead anyway. I can't undead him, right? And if he's not dead, then he'll be found, and well, he's not looking for me, right? I'm the one looking for him. So, you know, at some point, yeah, we'll get there. So, yeah, take your time. Take your time in the gameplay without a second thought of, you know, I really ought to be looking for my son. Actually, no. Actually, you might want to build something to bring him back to, assuming you can even go get him and take him, assuming he even wants to come with you, assuming he even knows who you are. Whatever, you know? So, just throwing all that out there, I'm like, no, actually, that doesn't take away from the game at all. Not in my opinion. But it was a valid point, so I thought I would address that. in my own head as well as to you guys. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. So playing through the game and experiencing everything, not just to experience it, but with no conscience, thinking to myself, you know, I probably ought to hurry up and do this or do that instead. I don't think there's any schedule or calendar to keep on anything you do in this game without and still not, you know, losing the realistic, you know, the immersion value of it. Like I say, anything that breaks the immersion of the game is a bad thing, and that, you know, that's really not acceptable. So as it stands right now, I'm just trying to get my feet on the ground and trying to establish myself in a very hostile, brand new world and environment. I'm going to need this stuff. And so, yeah, I would actually loot everything. I would get everything I could and hope as I go along for some hint, for some idea of, you know, the location of my kid type of thing. We did get some hints from Mama Murphy to just barge off into Boston, but there's area between here and Boston and things to do. And like I say, we have allies that we ran into some friendlies. We were able to do them a favor. They'll do us some favors. But that needs to be established also. And I'm wondering, you notice the change in music in the background here since I found this? I'm guessing Lexington, this town, and I say that because of this place right here. I'm assuming it involves some quests later on. Maybe we'll be sent back to this place or whatever, but for all I know, we're here to clear out the raiders, right? That's specifically why we were sent here, to clear them out, like cockroaches. So assuming they don't respawn, it's possible that this town could be inhabited at some point by people again. I'm just guessing. Create a community here, maybe even, well, I don't know, if we get an active workbench, that would mean start building on a city. I wouldn't put it past Bethesda to throw something like that in there. I don't know. But, anyway. I'm kind of getting the feeling that we'll eventually see people here, that this could become a community or something. Who knows? That'd be something to build on a whole, like literally on a city. I can't imagine. I don't know. That would be so much material and so much work and what have you. Or maybe just people just come back here and use what they've got here. But anyway, that cellar that we just came out of, it actually had a name on it. And so, and like I say, the music changed too going down there. I wonder if, watch it be something story related. Or maybe companion related. We, other than Preston Garvey and Codsworth, we haven't met any real new people yet. I imagine there's a lot of people to meet and a lot of things to do. I'm sitting here looking at the scope of this game, looking forward. If you're going to do anything resembling a thorough playthrough, just how much we actually have to do. And it's like, wow, okay. Because this is going to throw all kinds of twists and turns at us, especially once we start to meet some of the factions and start to... I already know that's coming, and that's going to be awesome. If this is a little slow for some of you people, there was kind of a trade-off. If I was really familiar with the game already, and I'd already done a complete playthrough and spent a week or two, you know, playing 16, 20 hours a day every day and blah, 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 okay, and I already kind of knew in hindsight where to go, and I'd already experienced a lot of this stuff, then we could probably skip some things. There'd probably be some things that I'm looking for now that I think are important that in hindsight maybe wouldn't be, but I don't know. The thing is this really is a blind. There's some of these places where I've kind of been. I actually kind of wandered through here a bit. I didn't do everything here, didn't see everything here, but I did wander through here and really all I was doing was just getting a taste for combat, following out some quests, getting some ideas. I did take a look at building, a look at crafting, a look at fighting, some stuff like that before I just walked in here completely blind, because I wanted to know before I started a Let's Play specifically if doing it on survival right off the top was viable, was reasonable, you know, especially considering the play style that I like. I don't run around in power armor with miniguns and mini nukes all the times and stuff. I like running around with light armor and small guns, and I was curious kind of what the learning curve might... I've explained that. Anyway, aside from just a little bit, and like I say, anything outside of Lexington, which a lot of this is new to me right here anyway, but anything outside of this is going to be completely blind and stuff. And so there's exploring here. You know, a lot of this looking around and not wanting to miss anything. This is how I play. And I hate to chase off anybody who wants to experience this with me. Just know that even if the getting is kind of slow right here, that's kind of why. We'll start getting into stuff. I mean, we'll start walking into more, you know, areas like this and start meeting new folks and start following out quest lines, and I'm sure we'll start getting companions. I'm looking forward to finding that one companion who I can't do without in the game, and then in future playthroughs, that'll be the one I make a beeline towards. Like in Fallout 3, it was Clover. Although in my playthrough, we actually didn't mess with Clover a whole lot on my Let's Play when we did videos on. I mean, we eventually got her. We had her for a portion of the game and stuff, but a lot of times I like to get her early just because I like having her around. I like the company. That was my favorite follower in Fallout 3. And everyone has their own. Some, you know, Fox, and of course Dogmeat was always around, and so on and so forth. Some people like Paladin Cross. And anyway, Clover was mine. And this one I'm really hoping for, and please, no spoilers, I'm really hoping for a synthetic follower. Maybe even a synthetic romance option, just to throw some cool stuff into the game. Just wondering. I don't doubt that Bethesda might throw that in there. They did hint at something like that with Fisto. Fisto in New Vegas. Of course, that wasn't them. That was Obsidian, but still, there was something like that kind of hinted at. So, anyway, my hopes are up that I might find a synthetic follower to romance. That would be really funny. Actually, I'll just be looking for a cool follower. One that I actually like. And then, like I say, that'll be the one that'll always be kind of a go-to. Man, there's a lot to explore here. There's buildings on both sides. I'm trying to remember where I've been. I'm getting the idea that a lot of this stuff actually respawns anyway. I don't know about all these containers. Maybe containers don't, but stuff out in the open kind of does or something. But I just want to see it at least once. I just want to grab it at least once. Even if it may show up again, that's cool. But I want to at least get it the first time. Because some of the stuff I probably won't be coming back to look for, so.
Sweet.
Oh, what? Oh, I was lucky. You know, I haven't even looked at the trophies for this game. Probably won't until this playthrough's over. And then I'll kind of see what I'm missing, and I'll definitely platinum this game. Whatever that takes, doesn't matter. I'll platinum it. But I'm assuming there'll be one for picking a certain number of locks and hacking a certain number of computers. That's almost a given. I did see something. As regards to leveling and character build goes, I do have some target special stats. And my thinking was initially to dump some points into that early to get special to where I wanted it, then start looking for perks. And what I'm finding is perhaps the other way around is unlock some of the perks early before investing into other special stats, unless I need to put a point, I mean, obviously, but, you know, to unlock a certain perk type of thing, which I believe I had to do with, what was it, Charisma? Or was it Intelligence? It was one of them that I put a point in that I hadn't really been planning on, but I needed to unlock... oh, it was Intelligence, because I wanted to unlock, I think it was Hacking. Now, I didn't want to wait for a bobblehead, because it was... I mean, I wouldn't be unlocking any of these computers. So that is one point that was worth investing early. But then, aside from that, start unlocking some of the perks like Black Widow, because there are some dialogue... What's this? Oh, wow, someone was... Oh, I see. It really was a bank bust. Look at this. Okay, they blew a hole out in the back of the bank, and then that's their getaway car, and that's when the bombs fell and caught them in the act. See, that's what I'm talking about. It tells a story. That right there, just the way those skeletons are laid out, tells a story. And that is everywhere. That's what I look for. That's beautiful to me. It's like they had a blank canvas and they just painted on it and they said, what can we do? What can we do? How can we make this amazing? And they do. make this amazing. Anyway, there was some dialogues that I would have probably been able to pass had I had my Black Widow perk, and so on and so forth. And I've seen up to this point now. I can't speak for the rest of the game, obviously, but I can say up to this point that the Black Widow, once again, staying true to what I've seen in previous Fallouts, is definitely an advantage for the women over the men's, what is it, confirmed bachelor or whatever the men's version of it is called. But those dialogue challenges have popped up with male NPCs. So far that definitely would have been a boon. But I invested some points into I was trying to get my agility up and trying to get my luck up, and then had to put a point in intelligence. And I'm thinking, get that first base special score. It's cool to have a target final special score. But have that base special score where you can get at least your basic minimum perks. Looks like we had a car pile up here. Well, that would suck, just be trying to drive home from work and have the bomb go off and blow about 15 cars into your windshield. Uh-oh. This looks suspiciously like a trap. Just a safe just sitting out there. We'll look at that in a second. I think we're going to kind of work our way around the outskirts here and see what there is to see. Like I say, sorry to bore you guys with this. I would hope that, like me, you find this stuff fascinating. Is looking at all this work they put into a world that you can interact with. That's just my thing. I guess if it's not your thing, yeah, this would be a little dull. But forgive me if I'm going to be doing a bit of this, because, well, I want to see it. I hope you guys do too. I'm hoping also for those of you that have already played through, I know some of you guys are already on second, third, fourth characters, have even played through the game already and are maybe working back through it or whatever. And I'm hoping to see something here that maybe you guys missed. Some really cool thing. Hopefully lots of really cool things. Uh-oh. What is that? That sounds like some rapid fire. Sounds like something I want to shoot. Yeah, give me that. If that's a gun, that sounds like something that's right up my alley. I was very sad to learn that there is no return, at least yet. And I'm sure with DLC they're going to start introducing some stuff. But I have no idea why they did this, what they were thinking. And it honestly even bothers me a little bit, I'll admit that. There's no return of the 10mm SMG. I don't get that. That's kind of been a staple. In Fallout 3, a lot of people would overlook that. I thought Sydney's 10mm SMG was really cool. You just couldn't mod it. And so it was always a thought, if I could mod this with a silencer, if I could mod this with something. They even had Sleepy Time in New Vegas. And how to not take that and run with it and allow us to mod a 10mm SMG and have something really cool. I don't get it. I think I remember there being a landmine here somewhere. Or a trap or tripwire explosive or something. It's a good save point because kind of curious. Okay, well, VATS wasn't revealing anything. Oh, I can't do anything with that safe anyway. Oh well, whatever. Fine, be like that. I don't even see how you could have your master lockpick yet at this point in the game. But yeah, I don't think you unlock that to your level 20 something, right? Is it, maybe it's 17 or 18? Maybe. I think it's like 20. I don't know. I have to go look. But you'd have to have done some grinding before you ever, I mean, considering you're quote-unquote supposed to be here earlier than that. All right, well, I'm going to look at those apartments here in a second, too. We'll get around to that. But I saw pharmacy. And pharmacy means meds and chems and stuff. So I want to go check that out, too. You can hear the metal creaking in the background. It reminds me of Rivet City. And the background music is still there. Do y'all get that? Hearing the ambient music, and that's the just the exploration music to kind of fill the void and stuff. Very similar to some of it's the same and some of it's very similar to Fallout 3. But we noticed, like, when we went down to that basement in that diner, the music did change and had more of a different tone to it. And like I say, that's something that tells me that it's, you know, quest related somehow. It leads to something, but anyway. Let's go see what we got in here. Probably 50 ghouls amped up on jet or something. No? Alright, well. Gotta be something worth having in here. I think, other than a couple Destiny videos that I did, Destiny wasn't so much a game for a Let's Play. There wasn't a whole lot as far as story goes. It was kind of an MMO grind with just kind of an excuse to go shoot things. An excuse to send you to different places to go shoot things. And the fighting was fun. The combat was great. In fact, the gunplay in this reminds me a bit of that. Kind of wonder if they counseled with some of the people, those same type of people that were involved with that. Actually, more likely they're probably involved with the people that did you know, Doom and stuff, considering that's all Bethesda, right? Anyway, other than Destiny, there really hasn't been, and I don't count Fallout 3 and New Vegas. I know I did playthroughs of those two, but the shooting mechanics in that, well, sometimes accuracy wasn't really an issue. Okay, I don't know, it was a little clunky as far as the shooting goes. It was, you know, I mean, combat was kind of an excuse to run around and explore the wasteland type of thing, which is kind of how it should be. Well, in this, they've kept the same thing, but they made the gunplay fun, in my opinion, on top of that. So, I guess this would be a first opportunity to see if I have any shooting skills whatsoever. I did play Call of Duty with friends when I wasn't playing my RPGs. I wasn't never ever, well, I can't say I wasn't obsessed. Call of Duty 4 was pretty good. Modern Warfare, the first one. I really liked that. MW2 was okay. First Black Ops was alright. There was always lag issues and all the other stuff that everyone cried about, and me included. But just you or me? Did do a little bit of the old shooting thing. Never wouldn't say it was necessarily my forte, but you know what? We're going to see if I have any skills here. It's a settler. Okay. Oh, so you laid traps, huh? Alright, dude. Like more than one. Okay, well, what was this tripwire for? If I had hit that, what was going to come get me? Don't see anything to shoot me in the face. Oh, grenade bouquet. Oh, well, I'll take that. Yeah, thank you. Free grenades. Sweet. I wonder if there's a trophy for disarming traps. Speaking of traps, I got some traps myself. Why can I not activate this door? Oh, it's because I had the stupid thing, the quick slot menu up. Okay, my bad. Duh. That'd have sucked. Make it all this way and then walk in and walk into another landmine. That's him right there on the corner, huh? Oh, shit. Man, those things have some range. Right there. Walk into that. Go ahead and heal up real quick. They have plenty of heals. Plenty of stuff. Okay, Stimpak is the only thing that takes an injury off. I get it.
Oh, I know you're here.
You just want to stand there looking at me stupid? That's right. Suck on my landmine. Hope I didn't blow everything in the room through the walls and down through the floor and stuff. Yeah, I really want a lot of that stuff, but it starts getting pretty heavy. Oh, I was sniveling and crying about the 10mm SMG. A while ago, they don't have a return of that, at least that I've seen. Although, I haven't seen the top tier gun mods either. It's possible you can turn a 10mm pistol. You know, appearances are part of that. Okay, I'm just... That's the thing with me. Appearances play a big part of that. I want... You know, I don't just want a fully automatic pistol. I mean, I'm rolling with that, and I'm not disappointed with that. It's actually pretty cool. Can't wait to put a suppressor on my 10mm fully automatic pistol, and then essentially I kind of have the SMG I was wanting, sort of. And I understand an SMG is basically a machine pistol. I get it. I get it. But I want it to look like the... I mean, the 10mm SMG just looked cool. I had always dreamed of having a silenced, possibly scoped 10mm SMG. One with a good fire rate, one with some stability, accurate, at a distance, and I just, that's, well, just what I wanted. Wah, wah, snivel, snivel, cry, cry, I know. That's, I don't see why they took that out. Now, I guess another viable option is to find an assault rifle, one that's actually an assault rifle, unless they did away with those two, and make a perforator out of it. And that would mean possibly changing the stock, but definitely adding a silencer to it. And, well, a silenced assault rifle is fine. Doesn't really matter whether it has a scope or not. Actually, the shooting mechanics are so smooth in this that I don't mind iron sights at all. In fact, in Fallout 3, the biggest thing about the scope is it felt like I was aiming down the sights. True enough, I was more sniping than anything because I was scoping in on stuff, but still... It was the closest I was going to get to aiming down the sights with a non-sniper weapon in Fallout 3. That was one of the things that made me fall in love with it. And it sounded cool, and it was silenced, and it fit right in my playstyle. I mean, it was my favorite gun. And so I kind of wanted to carry that over here now to actually be able to really go to town with a silenced assault rifle and really be sneaky sneak. Really be all ninja commando and everything. It's right up my alley. Oh, I remember this, the zombie apocalypse. Suck on that on your way down. Like that. I got plenty of those. I can make more if I need them. Yeah, come on. Come on, all 50 of y'all. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. They're not coming through there. Oh, they're smart. They are smart. Holy crap. Zombie apocalypse for real. Bet you they all drop something too. There we go. I think that's it. I win. So that's what y'all were carrying, huh? When the bombs fell, that's what you had in your pocket. I get it. Sorry about the Molotovs, dog meat. I think having an unkillable follower is an extreme advantage overall in the fight. Is when you think about it, if you have a follower to draw a threat, and you can essentially use your follower as an enemy magnet, essentially. I've heard people complain that, well, my follower always runs in there and breaks stealth and does all this and that. Okay, well, if you're sneaking up so that you don't get shot first, especially on these higher difficulties, considering some of these dudes can one or two shot you to the face with hunting rifles or whatever they've got, fat mans and all this crap, well, let your companion go in there and take that first shot, use your companion as an enemy magnet, and then attack the enemies accordingly. I'm gonna practice my sniping here. Go ahead and see if I've got any skill whatsoever. Nice. I love destroying turrets because they drop the good stuff. Circuitry and... Okay. You're saying I completely missed? And I missed again. Wow, okay. Well... Sniping fails. Although I think that first shot should have been a good one. Aha! Okay. Made up for it a little bit right there. Come on. Can't hit this one. There we go. At least I got him. Bing! Oh, the ding! I love that. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and clean up some of this trash before we even get there. How does that sound? Let's go ahead and use the environment. Oh, look at this setup. When you think about it, man, for a sniper, this is heaven. All kinds of spots to snipe and shoot and... Ding! Nobody else? Guess not. I know there's more raiders than that. The number of enemies seems to have increased with this also. With the improved gunplay ability comes targets to shoot, you know? Like when you get attacked by ghouls, it's not just 2 or 3 now. It's more like the presidential tunnel leading to the Air Force base in Fallout 3. Now they come in packs of 6, 8, 10, 12. They roam together. All right, Corvega Assembly Plant. There we go. Keep calling this Corvega Factory or whatever, but so our job here is to let's see, yeah, all the good stuff. Sweet. Our job here is to get rid of all the raiders. Basically clean the place out. I like that. Clear-cut, simple instructions. Well, I guess we'll be letting our dog carry a bunch of this stuff. Where's dog meat at anyway? Start shooting out those spotlights too. Yeah, we can sort all this out later. There's some of the stuff I'd actually like to look at. It may just be a matter of kind of rolling with whatever I pick up. That's kind of what I've been doing so far. I put a mod on or two. Having a mod on a gun is key. Most definitely is key. There we go. I knew I got this one over here.
What the?
Okay, well, there's nobody else down here. I think I'm hearing raiders all up on the roof. I need to get some high ground so I can get a shot at these dudes. Yeah, those spotlights are going to go eventually. Speaking of high ground, I wonder... I just got to go see. Let's go check it out. I'm just curious. You can literally use every part of the environment everywhere. I think you can. Now see, if I was in post-apocalyptia, something like this right here, this is where I would build a settlement. You've always got the high ground. Get up here, there's only one way in, one way out type of thing. Ding! Oh, wow. Yeah, take that. Look like the old Havoc engine in effect right there. But yeah, this is where I would build camp. Yeah, you don't have to worry about them coming at you from every angle or whatever. And unless they just want to lob mini nukes up at you, they really got to come into the teeth of your defense. So definitely be a prime position. Or, well, I guess they could just blow your whole bridge down, I guess, from underneath or something. But if people wanted you that bad, odds are they're probably going to get you anyway. All right, there we go. Ding! I'm loving sniping here. I'm loving sniping and run and gun. It's all good. And that's saying a lot. It is all good. For a Fallout game, that's saying a lot. Now the gunplay is just impeccable. He's through. I don't think I have that kind of armor penetration to shoot through a wall. Take that, you son of a bitch. I was gonna just get a body shot and I completely missed altogether. That was pathetic. Alright, well, at least we're gonna get him with body shots. Son of a bitch. We got two almost down. Oh, he's down. Where is he at? Ding! Still somebody, huh? Shooting at me. Where are they?
No need to hide.
It'll all be... Yeah, it sure will. It'll all be over soon. No need to hide. It'll all be...
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
Oh, son of a... Wow. Got him, but still. How many of these dudes are there? Seriously. Like I say, they've got numbers now. Just the ones I've killed so far, that was like a whole raider encampment in Fallout 3. That was it. Fallout 3 was not very densely populated, let's just say. Here we've got more people. More stuff to shoot, which is cool, right? Come on. What the hell was that? I mean, I can always come back, which I will. We're gonna go ahead and go drop off stuff. Hope I don't have to make too much of a habit of this, making loot runs. But all this salvage has brought about the necessity of keeping this stuff to build with. And I guess since we're definitely in the building stage, then this will be doing a lot of that. There they are. So we'll go drop all this junk off. Since we have this discovered, all we have to do is head back home. Can't get a shot on him through all this junk. What? Okay, that was a nice shot. That's one that I can go home with. That's right. That's right. I got so drunk off that shot, I'm gonna have to go sleep it off. That's what I'm talking about. Sweet. All right, I think I've looked through a good bit of this little town here. Let's go back to the drive-in and go drop some stuff off there. That's where I need to do some building, at least for right now. Go ahead and take a nap too. Get an XP bonus and all that good stuff. That'd be cool. Level up real quick. Armor mods, huh? Alright, see, I should have had that a while ago. Bloody mess, you know, this is damage bonus stuff, and dialogue bonus, and then, yeah, the ability to hack computers. So, lockpicking and dialogue early. Anyway, can't even get our next locksmith, though. But I guess that'll be the next one as soon as it's available. Alright, thanks for watching, and when we come back, we'll head back to Lexington. I think we need to go look at the Super Duper Mart. If you want to subscribe, click that button up top, and for the rest of this Let's Play, click that image in the middle. Alright, y'all take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.